What's up, superstars? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you come for the latest crypto news, education, and a path to prosperity. I make these videos for beginners, so if there's anybody you know that wants to learn more about crypto, share the love and share the video. As you can see, I do hours of research on YouTube every single day, so you don't have to. I know you're busy, so set the video to 1.5 or 1.75 so you get through it quick. Use the links below for more information on what I bring or to sign up and get your journey started. Ask questions so I can help you learn, and watch out for the scammers down in the comments below. If it looks weird, it is weird.
Here we go. It is November 11th, 2021, and welcome to crypto. If you were watching the market yesterday, you were in for a roller coaster ride. I know I was, even though I've been here for a while. So we're going to go into what happened yesterday, but first let's take a look at Trade the Chain, see what the sentiment is. I believe it was in the high 70s, yeah, like Ethereum was over here yesterday for Bitcoin, but then it dropped down and had a big wick all the way down to 63, then got bought right back up. Ethereum sentiment is still at 71, even though it had quite a move as well. So hot on Twitter today is IOTX, Chromia, Loopring still, Omise Go, Radium, Origin Protocol, BitShares, and Loom Network. So not a lot of ones that I know about, so I'm not going to go into any of those. Loopring we've already talked about with GameStop. Rumors apparently has not been confirmed there. So let's take a look at the daily sentiment of what's hot here today. Aragon, ANT, IOTA, IOST. These are all older. These are all older chains. So I think they're ones that just haven't popped yet. So people are putting their money into it. And not a whole lot. Yeah, for momentum. I'm sorry. Let me go into daily sentiment and see what's going on there. Okay, sushi, there we go. This is more like it. Now, we talked about sushi the other day. It was ready to pop, and for some reason, it's getting a lot of announcement on social media, and maybe it's because it's getting in a zone for the technical analysis popping off. Alpha Finance, this is a great project. It's been kind of stagnant lately. And then, oh good, Pancake Swap. See, I like it at 18.89. It's almost like a stable coin. Fluctuates between 18 and 21. You can get around 90% APR on Pancake Swap. And in Certic, it is one of the top rated, it has the top rated audit for Certic. So it's like number 1 through 3. And basically you can trust it. So you're getting 90% there if you get Pancake Swap. It might be something you want to look into over on the Binance Smart Chain. All right, so let's go into the market rebellion and freaking leverage, man. Over 700 million liquidated in a day as Bitcoin price dipped below 63K. Wicked down and then came back up, got bought up. So that was a good sign. But a lot of the tokens, they went down like 10-20%. So even me, who's been in this for 18 months now, seen it over and over, freaked out because I couldn't find any news on it. I couldn't find any place to go to that was telling me what's going on. And then I came across in a video, I think it was Jason Pizzino. Let's see, oh, that's right, I put it over here. It's called coinglass.com, and you go into, you can type in liquidation data or just click on liquidation here and you can see what's happening. So total liquidations over the last 24 hours, it says 623, and it breaks it down just below here. And I actually have this in the slides, but let's go ahead and go over it right now. There's 7 million in Bitcoin that got liquidated, and 1.82 in Shiba, interesting. 1.32 in Loopring, really interesting. Okay, about 1 in XRP, 800,000, almost 900,000 in ETH. Litecoin, I don't know why people are trading Litecoin on leverage. CTSI, don't even know what that is. OMG, NKN. I don't know why Sheep's in here twice. OGN and then CHR. And then you can go to where they were liquidated. You can take a look at all the exchanges. So the number one was on Binance. So you can be upset at Binance, but this is essentially the freest market that there is. So if people want to be, excuse my language, dumb enough to go and leave their money on leverage, and 77% of them were long, yay, it's going to go up forever. You know, if you get liquidated, that's on you. But the problem is it hurts the rest of the market. When you go long for too long and don't take your profits, it's sitting there, out there. And some people like Cryptos R Us over there, George, he says these are called whale games. They see, because this is all online, you can all see like how many people are long. When there are that many people that are long, why not go on to one exchange and just, if you're a whale, if you have over like 1,000 Bitcoin, sell a bunch of Bitcoin, liquidate all these guys across, because it's not just on Binance. They're all integrated. They all know the prices. Okay, so if it is sold on Binance and there are 69% of them getting liquidated, well, that's going to drive down the price over on FTX. And then some of them are going to liquidate. And then it goes down. It's a cascading effect. So that's what happened yesterday. It happens quite a lot. But you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be taking a look at this website, coinglass.com, and I'm going to start watching for how much or how many people are leveraged long. And I have a feeling that we're going to be able to find out when a certain number of people are leveraged. That's when we're going to see a pullback, and I want to be ready for it next time. All right, and let's go into the charts, take a look at what happened. Let's just take a look at Bitcoin here, and then we'll go through Ethereum as well. So right here, it got up to about 69 up here off the chart, dropped, started liquidating, and then wicked all the way down to about 63. But see what happened? It got bought right back up. That's what these candles mean. And then it sold off a little bit more, and then bought up, went down, and then evened out right about where we are right now. So in essence, this is good for the market. You don't want to just see this all the way up, 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 up and to the right. That means that if you never go down, then you're going to be falling further down, and we don't want that. So we want these corrections, and you know, that's what maybe these whale games are. So you have to be on the lookout for it. You have to understand what it is so you don't freak out. And now at least I know after all this time where to go, where I can find that information to see if people are leveraged long and if that's what in fact happened, because then I can go to this and I say, oh man, okay, in the last hour, you know, there were 623 in the last 24 hours. In the last hour, there was like 100 million. Okay, well, that makes sense. Then, well, that's going to keep liquidating people. And I'll know that that, in fact, is what happened. All right, so let's get into the news. The first three were actually about that. He was showing that. And then I went to the website after he was talking about it. But let's talk about what liquidation is. And I think you understand, but let's go into a little bit more. On websites like Bitfinex, and that's not allowed in the US, by the way. You would have to be, get around it somehow with a VPN or live outside this country. You can leverage, okay? So if you have $100 and you're leveraging 2 to 1 and you put in $50, that means that if whatever you're trading goes down 50% because all you have left is $50, then you're out. And that's just 2x leverage. All right. So again, let's say it one more time. You have $100 in that account that you're trading. You take $50 and you leverage it at 2. If for some reason there's some type of drop and it drops by 50%, then you're liquidated. You're done. All that money is gone. That $100 is gone. Now the problem is there are some sites that have 100x leverage. So if you have $100 in there and you put 50 in and you're 100x, if it goes down $1, that means you're liquidated. So that's what some of these people are doing. And they're making money if it goes up, but obviously if it goes down, you get liquidated, the entire amount of that account is gone. Now, there are safe sites that do it for like 2x leverage, 3, 4x, maybe even 5x. But a lot of them have 20x, 50x. And, I'm not sure if the 100x is out there anymore because it was really screwing up the market. Because if this keeps happening, then people don't want to play the game anymore. And they have to be smarter about that. So I'm not sure if the 100x is still around. But I know Bitfinex is where you can really do that high leverage. All right, so that's what liquidation is. You can get completely stomped out depending on how much you leverage. All right, so this was Jason Pizzino. This is where I got the information from. He was showing here, and I just went over on the website, and this is the second phase and the third phase. All right, but what started this? Now, there was news that came out yesterday that Evergrande teeters on the edge of default, and they were actually saying that they did not make the payment. Now, this was false news. And again, what George over Cryptos R Us thinks is that the whales took an opportunity here. While this news came out and people started selling and freaking out, they said, okay, well, let's go ahead and pump the market down even more to create scary news. Okay. Now, it's quite possible that's not the case, that people just started selling because they saw this news and they were worried about the entire market going down. And then because they sold, that the people that were already leveraged, they got stomped out, they got liquidated. Now, when one person gets liquidated at the top, then that brings the price down, and the next person that was underneath that with less leverage, they weren't leveraged as much, but they were still leveraged a lot, then they get liquidated. That brings the price down, and that is what we call a cascading effect. People keep getting liquidated because the person above them gets liquidated, bringing down the price. And every time the price goes down and you don't have enough money in there for that trade, then you get liquidated again, creating the price to fall down. All right, enough about that. Turns out this was false news, and then you can see by the candles that I showed you previously, it got bought right back up. All right, so let's move into, this is Paul Barron, the Paul Barron Network, and he's got great indicators over there that, from what I've seen so far, I've been following him the last couple of months, they've been spot on, and we'll go into that. But he's reading about these three tokens for that are Phantom, Luna, and AVAX. And this particular, I hate it when they term it like this, but they say they're Ethereum killers. And that's just a stupid term. They're all working together. They're all in the same space. They may be taking some of the network effect away from the other ones, but essentially everybody's here to either play games, make money, or help develop this space. So there's really no killers in the space. But anyway, it says Phantom, meanwhile, uses a similar mechanism called a Liquidation, but has a smaller circulation supply. Now that is what I really love. And that should help prop up its FTM token's future price. Analysts say, built for decentralized applications, transactions occur in less than 2 seconds. It is wicked fast. If you haven't seen the video, go back and watch it. You see me do things. This compares to a reported 5 minutes and as high as 4 hours for Ethereum. That's true. Plus, it's really expensive. Up 14,000% in the past year. Singh says Phantom could gain another 4 to 5x in the foreseeable future. So, again, go back into that video. You can see how I'm using the Phantom token to gain yield over there, and then also the Boo token, which uses Phantom in its swap process. So if Phantom goes up 4 to 5x, Boo will also, on that specific swap, will go up as well because they're using the Phantom tokens. And you can also farm using the Boo token to get Phantom tokens as well. He also likes Terra, which he notes is doing a good job at solving the current stablecoin dilemma, and they really are, proving a network's one-to-one crypto fiat reserves. All right, so also what Terra Luna has announced is that the stable coin is doing so well, they're about to burn more Luna. And when you burn Luna, the Luna just goes away. It's no longer in circulation. It's no longer available to anyone. And that means supply and demand, price of Luna is going up. So definitely holding that back, keeping it in there. Now, the other thing that's cool about Phantom, they're developing a lot. They had that $220 million that they're giving to developers and the apps on it to provide better yield. So essentially they're giving away money. So Phantom Starter is using to invest or raise capital on a new blockchain, meet the platform that enables investors to participate first in the most promising projects and products with solid business plans to win top blockchain opportunities. So they're working with AnySwap, Spark. I can't read this, but let me try to zoom in there. It is. No, I can't remember. It's something capital, but Paul Barron was saying that they're big in this space. And then also Anchor Protocol, which is a solid project. So anyway, the point is that they're launching projects off of Phantom, and that's good for the whole space because the more apps that use Phantom, the higher the price goes because of the utility. So the Phantom Starter also offers GameFi projects insider access to the metaverse. Okay, so we know metaverse is a huge narrative right now after Facebook came out and changed their name to Meta. So now Phantom is going to be working towards getting metaverse on their protocol, their chain, and this can be huge. People will start moving over there and using it more. Blockchain gaming and growing digital metaverse are now easier to navigate thanks to Phantom Starter. The digital integration of every facet of modern day life is nearly complete. Over the past 40 years, gaming industry has evolved from being an isolated pocket of dedicated individuals developing code out of their garages into a global industry that in 2020 is valued at more than 170 billion. And remember what I was talking the other day about all the gaming that's listed in CoinGecko is smaller in market cap than Shiba Inu, which is a meme token. So just think about how much more this space is going to grow. People love gaming, and when they realize that they can actually make money instead of spending money in gaming, so it's going to be huge. And okay, so now he goes into the analysis. Now, this is what they use. They use sentiment and amplification, and once the amplification here, this score gets higher than the sentiment, it experiences tremendous growth. Okay, and what he's saying here about AVAX is that it's still got room to grow. Kind of took a hit yesterday, but they see it getting up to $100 by around November 20th, so another 2 weeks. And I can totally see that happening with all the money that they're spending in there. Okay, here he's talking about Phantom, and Phantom. And these are the past scores, by the way, and this is what they projected. So they're basically spot on. They're not backtracking and saying, oh, this is where it was. No, this is what they predicted, and you can see that it's in here. So right now, their model is working. Who knows if it breaks in the future, but right now it's working. So this is Phantom, and they're basically saying it can have a rocky ride, but within the next 3 weeks up until December, it can see a huge spike up. And that's exactly what the other guys was saying in the article. So right now it was at 265. They see it could be getting up to lowest 321 and highest $4. So either way, good returns, and I'm glad I already have exposure to that. And this one is for Luna. Now this one has been up and to the right in a solid line, and look how accurate they have been. Now it's a lot smaller here in the range. As you notice, if we go back here, it's kind of up and down, zigzaggy for Phantom, and similar for AVAX. But AVAX also has more range, whereas when it comes to Luna, it's moving in this tight line and up and to the right. So right now it's at 51, had a big spike up to 56, but after yesterday, it's down to about 51. And they can see it getting up to 65, and this is just in the next few days here. Okay, so not financial advice, but if you don't have Luna and you want to kind of play this little trend up until the next few days, then they're saying the minimum here could be at $52, and then the max all the way up to about $63, $64. So keep an eye on that. That's what's happening with the market. Leave comments below if you want me to do videos on specific things, but I am going to tell you that the next video that I am doing is for AVAX, the same as I did for Phantom. So watch out for that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
If you made it to the end, thank you. Wanted to do something at the end of this video to show down below of each of my videos. I put the links for every video that I reference, and in the future I'll be putting a tag up in the upper right hand corner so that video will be available to you. If you want to go ahead and watch it right there, you would just click on that. Also down below here, there are ways to support the channel. You can open up with Chime, and each of you would get will get $100, and you'll get $100 if you deposit $200 within 45 days. You can join Celsius, get $50 in Bitcoin from putting in 400 or more. and also with Crypto.com and Voyager. Market Rebellion is the software that I use for the markets, and Trade the Chain is what I use for the market sentiment. Also, the Udemy blockchain course right here, I think everybody should do this as a foundation to understand what blockchain technology is. It's a free video. It's only an hour, and you can set it at 1.5, 1.75 and get through it quick, just so you have an understanding of what exactly all this is. Take care. Have a great day.